Welcome back to another video, another one of my beautiful creations for the world and for my future kids and my family. I love all of you. We have got some supplies. A few pieces of well-needed wood. All right. Still on this. It is starting to rain. That's all right. I ain't giving up. We're out here to win, baby. We got our cup of joe. Right now, I'm currently working on these guys. I just nailed up those on the outside. I'm gonna have to nail them up on the inside, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and do it on this other side. And I did have a measurement for these two middle ones, but I think I'm gonna change it up because if you can tell, the bottom is kind of crooked, so I'm gonna make them longer so that they kind of kick out a little bit. And that's what we're working on here. We got our line, we're ready to cut. It's raining, but we ain't giving up. Let's get this bread. Oh yeah, that fits so much better. I'm so excited. That roof shot. Time to get some sheets on that bad. Sheets yesterday. Got that trim edging for this outer edge. We're gonna be sailing here soon. Got the mini bike out for a little surprise, you know? Look at that thing. Just stunting like a habit. Get like me. All right, let's get some shit done. Don't need that. Next up, got this one over here. These big blue lag bolts. I like to call them space savers. It's not what they're actually called. They're just called lag screws or something. If you can tell, I have a gap right there. Right there. I'm gonna try to ugga-dugga that thing together. Language. Trying to be a better man. But yeah, we're gonna try and minimize that gap. Also, this board was crooked, came out towards the end, and it made these two stick out a little bit, so I had to take the Sawzall and just shave it down basically, make it all even. But once the sheet's on, you'll never know. And however, tell a little bit on the inside, but once it's sheeted and darker and stuff in there, it won't matter. Plus, it's still pretty structurally sound. However, I am nervous about this just being a 2x4 trying to move this entire section, but I guess we'll see what happens. I don't really know. I didn't think that was supposed to happen. I wonder if I can smack it together. It moved it though. It was like half and half, like it moved it and then it pulled, which is kind of odd, but it sucks because all my roof rafters are on, so it's like solidified. I think I f***ed myself here. Alrighty, folks. That one's nailed in. That one's nailed in. Those four are nailed in. I forgot to mention these two are nailed in. On those, we're gonna cut some sheets and hopefully put some on the roof. And then, I don't know. This whole last week, I've not been motivated for anything. Work, this, freaking nothing, dude. I just want to sit on my butt. Work and everything is just peaked at summer with really any company, and it's just like, ugh. Ugh. Out though, I also got some sealant for that stuff. Dude, can you believe we have a freaking building on our hands? That's crazy. Right now, I honestly really like that it's not sheeted right there. That looks super cool. If I could have it like an option to keep that, that'd be cool. This, on the other hand, I'm not a big fan of that. Because as you can tell, kind of gets through. What do you do? All right, let's do something around here. Got that gap a tiny bit better, but I just nailed it a few too many times. Should have done that before the rafters, but to be honest, I didn't even think of it. But I well know that this entire thing is not perfect, and it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be perfect. So, I mean, I'm trying, but it's hard. One of my friends is also gonna introduce me to somebody who has a little backwoods track. So I think next weekend we're gonna do some moto. Probably gonna vlog that, take my GoPro, get some jumps in. I went last weekend and I had an absolute blast. I want to do that so much more. It's just hard with this whole thing going on, taking all my free time. But we'll get there. We're getting there. That being said, we're doing it right now. That was a lot easier than I thought with this little guy. For $500, dude, I can't complain about this thing. This thing might not jump that well, but it's a nice cruiser for a 50, and it's got 3 gears, dude. I love it. Dear Lord, that looks awful. So anyway, my plan is this distance right here. If it even is close to that one, I'm probably just gonna rip 3 sheets down to that, and then we'll nail her up. Welcome to my life where everything is chaos. I just cut this in half and everything just scattered. Number 2 is up there. The 3rd full sheet is also up there, so I'm probably just gonna rip that up there. Going okay. Keeps raining, keeps not, keeps going. Life goes on, you know. Also, chalk line is destroyed, so straight edge for the win. Let's get some air to that siding gun, coil nailer. Got a few nails in there. Better stay. Better stay. Nice. Okay, need nail gun up there. Need that up there. I think I'm gonna throw the tarp over the whole thing in case it rains during the week. Then I can peel it off and then do the underlayment and tape up there as well. I'm gonna be venting throughout the soffit here. I think all the way around, a few vents, so no need to penetrate the roof, I guess. It's just another leak point. Definitely just lied. Before I start sheeting the top, I need to take my multi-tool and some of them trusses up there because they don't quite line up with that 2x6, and I don't want a gap up there, especially at the peak, you know. Grip on. I've come to realization that this shit is never gonna be square. As you can tell, even looking at my line, that's from a square. You can just tell this whole thing is just damn tweaked. But to be honest, don't look the worst. So, we're just gonna keep rocking it. Not bad for just eyeballs. Shoo. It's number 2. All right, so I go off of this previous nail. And then I look over here at the edge, see where my nails are. And that's about where I make my line. And from here, I just take the skill saw and eyeball it all the way up. Get something like that. But that I can touch up at least. At least I can cut too far. Started good though. Right there is good enough, ladies and gentlemen. Just toss that one down. I'm gonna rip it while I'm down there, and then I'm gonna toss it back up just so I'm not messing with it around here, because I know I'm gonna have to cut this side to match up. And same thing here. So I take that distance, add it down there, and then I just work my way to that end right there. And then usually it's pretty good. Like that, good enough. And now we can start nailing. I like to just go across the bottom first, the top to sink it down, and then I go through the middle, and then I do that edge right there. I do a few back and forth on either side. And now once it's dry and my chalk line comes in from Amazon, I can rip these sides off, I'll fill that in eventually. It should be good to wrap this thing. I looked at metal and it's out at least a month from Home Depot anyway, so I might look around to kind of get that on sooner. But now it's just rip those edges, fill that one gap, tape all these seams, put some underlayment on, which all that can be done in 2 hours, if that. It'll be metal time, baby. Just like that, we're waterproofed except for holes like that. All sheeted, all ready for the rainy weather. Let's get off this thing before we fall. That's probably it for today. I really only had one day of film and doing some work. I did get supplies earlier during the week, so I mean, I filmed that a little bit, but barely any. Made some decent progress. Definitely have some more to do. I'll probably come out here and work on it during the week. I do have a can of paint, actually. You will see these two colors, which right now, I have the dark one. Now, because of that, when I go to put those composite trim pieces on, I'm gonna have to put metal over that for the roof. We're focusing on the roof mainly right now. And when I go to do that, it's gonna cover up some of that composite piece, meaning I'm gonna have to have it painted. So I went with my girlfriend to go pick out a paint, a good color, just to here. So the dark is gonna be all the trim pieces, and that's gonna be the color of the actual building. And I wanted to do like a cool two-tone, and I wasn't sure exactly. I almost did blue, navy blue with a kind of more bland, lighter blue. But I think green is the move. I really like these two colors, and my woman likes them, which is important to me. So, speaking, we're gonna have to be looking at it for years. I mean, we can always repaint, but I think those are two colors. Well, I know they are because I bought one, but I think that'll be fun, and it'll also be pretty decent, different color also. I mean, I don't see many houses that are two-tone the same color. Kind of reminds me of like when I used to color with color pencils. I would go darker around the outline and then kind of just shade it in the inside. Pretty soon this bad boy will have a roof. That being said, I got some grocery shopping to do, mini bike to ride. I'm gonna get on that.